Okay, greetings everyone and happy Monday. First of all, I just want to say that I am so glad that everyone was able to get home safely Thursday. We were really worried about each of you being able to get home safely. I just wanted to let you all know that we were glad to be able to reach out to you and then also to hear back from you that you made it home safely. But given the impact of the storm, we are definitely doing everything we can to be flexible and just to make sure that you all have ample time to submit assignments and get prepared for your next round of teaches and observations rather in your other courses. For this course, we're going to go over some things. I'm modifying the course schedule for the next couple of weeks so that way we have a little bit of time to catch up, to kind of catch our breath, and then to move into some of the upcoming assignments. Okay, so as a part of that, this week there will not be a week 6 virtual discussion video that you all have to submit. Okay, I am going to exempt everyone of the grade for the week 6 video, and that is because we're going to meet synchronously this week instead of last week because U of H was closed. And so I'm going to send out a doodle form to everyone, so then that way we can decide what days work best, either Friday or Saturday. I will tell you now, I've had a recent death in the family, so I may have to attend funeral services on Saturday. So please, please, please select a time on Friday that works best. I have a Saturday time there just in case the funeral is scheduled for Friday, but my family is telling me that more than likely it'll be scheduled for Saturday. Okay, so let's focus on, so be sure to focus on a time that works for you on Friday. So the time is going to be slightly different than what was proposed for last week. Dr. Evans and I have a meeting with the main folks over at UTeach, scheduled through 1:30. So I know that last week I proposed 1 to 2:30, and so that's not going to work because we have a meeting that's now been slotted in that same time for this week. So I have a 10 to 11:30 time proposed on Friday, and then a 2 to 3:30 time period proposed for Friday as well. Okay, so please select all of the times that apply. Okay, that work for you, and the more times you select, the easier it will be for us to all land on a time that works for everyone. Okay. Um, so there will not be a week 6 virtual discussion. The grade for that will be exempt. I'm working on the collective feedback for week 4. Week 3 collective feedback was sent out last week, so the week 4 collective feedback, I'm working on that now. That will be sent out this week, sometime this week. Your course readings are in the course readings folder through week 7. So I'm still working on getting those readings compiled. And that is in large part, the goal was to have that done for last week. But with the storm, the grad assistants and I just didn't have time to get to it because we weren't on campus. So we're going to work on that this week, okay? Let's see. The readings for this week. Okay, so now we're moving into Geneva Gay and Ladson Billings, and they are the seminal researchers, in addition to Banks, but they are the seminal researchers on multicultural education and culturally responsive teaching. Okay, so thus far, what we've been looking at in terms of the course readings and the videos is an introduction to knowing and learning. Looking at the democratizing of education and the role of education in a functional society, in a functional democracy. We've looked at knowledge areas, determining knowledge, and also looking at the areas of knowledge that we also deem to be a part of school curriculum. Okay. And what the process looks like, okay, in determining what is being taught. So from there, I want to move slightly into culturally responsive teaching, okay, as a way of determining knowledge as well, looking at students' funds of knowledge. And so we're going to do that this week, and you did a little bit of that as well when you were looking at the funds of knowledge piece. And so after this week, though, there's going to be one more reading in week 7, which is going to be by Rochelle Gutierrez. And so Dr. Gutierrez has done a really great job in terms of math education, and that's again going to be for next week. In terms of math education, looking at how to be culturally responsible in terms of math education. And so here she's looking at political knowledge in STEM. Okay, and in particular, she's looking at political knowledge, or the importance of having political knowledge in mathematics education and mathematics curriculum. Okay, um, and so again, we're moving through these kind of knowledge pieces. How is knowledge determined? By whom? And for whom? And so that is a big part of what we're looking at now. We're going to move, once we get past week 7, we're going to move into the cognitive aspects of learning, okay? So we're going to look at nature versus nurture. We're going to look at kind of the various cognitive paradigms as well, and the role that plays to inform how we view learning, and how we acquire knowledge. And so that is going to be kind of the middle unit phase of what we're doing in this course. And then we're going to move right into social justice aspects of education, and culture responsive pedagogy in particular. Okay, so we're going to move into that piece towards the end. So I just want to make sure I do this every week because I want you all to see kind of the pathway that we're taking as we move through the course. Okay, and so this week is Dr. Gay and Dr. Latson Billings' work. Also, there are videos of each of them that you're going to watch this week, and then just continue to work on your reflexive journals. Okay, continue to work on those, and really include some of the things that you're experiencing in the classrooms, in your observations, but then also what you're experiencing in your class. And then, are you seeing some disconnects? Are you seeing some connections? What are your questions? And so what I want to do for our virtual discussion this week is we're going to do a what is culture activity. We're going to do that in class face-to-face, but I really want you all to maximize your time in your CI and MTS courses. And so we're just going to take some time from the virtual meeting to do that activity, probably about 30 minutes. And then we're going to move into kind of an overview of some of the topics from the past week's readings, and things that I've kind of pulled from y'all's discussions that I want to go over with you all collectively. And then I want to talk about your clinical interview assignment. And so what I want to do is kind of dedicate probably 30 minutes to the activity, probably another 30 to 45 minutes to kind of review and cover some of the concepts from the readings, and then another 15 minutes or so I want to review the upcoming assignment. Okay? All right. I hope y'all have a great week. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have questions or concerns. Especially about anything stemming from the storms, if you were impacted by the storm and you need to just talk about that, and we can kind of figure out a way to help you in the course. And even if it's something pertaining to something totally outside of that, that's fine as well. Okay? All right. Again, I'm glad everyone made it home safely, and I hope y'all have a wonderful week. And I should see you tomorrow. Okay? All right. Bye.